still, despite playing Melee, they'll go through all walks of life, and but what will bring them back together is the game. You know what I mean? There's
Oh, yeah.
people I know. I have friends in Melee that I don't even play Melee with them, but we're still close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's cool. It's cool to see. I hope that everybody else gets that experience. But
I'm hoping for new kids like this. Is this not Daniel? Is this not the Yoshi Daniel?
Daniel and Nimoy Leaf. Yoshi Falco. You know, it's an interesting matchup to me as a Falco player.
Okay.
I think it's one of those matchups where I think Falco wins in the grand scheme, but it on surface it looks like Yoshi could win, you know?
Yes.
It's kind of like how I feel like about what's the matchup that like Marth Pikachu, like it's like we all think like Marth wins, right? But then you watch Marth and then they lose it. You know, I feel like this is one of those matches. But when you know what you're doing, I think it's really hard for Yoshi.
I agree. I think Falco like DK or some shit is the same like effect, right? Like
say
it should be easy, but then of course I think particularly like with the punish centric characters, it just looks shitty because you get your ass whooped, like and you die easily. It doesn't feel good even though it's supposed to be good.
And right now Nimoy is off to a crazy start. Daniel, the one thing that will help Daniel is like aerials always get parried in this matchup
for sure.
So you gotta use Shine. Shine is your friend.
I think he's powering up. Is he powering up?
Yeah, I think so.
I think this is okay. The game is sacked, but let's just acknowledge it because I'd rather say something.
Right.
Humiliated.
Yeah. All right. Little baby Opsa over here. That was
little Dino.
Yeah.
I think I've seen so many technical Yoshis now where like it used to be each region got one. Now we've just like they're all over the place and they're all online. They're all like double jump canceling like waveland off platforms like perfectly, and I just don't. It's crazy that all that knowledge is out there. They all access it now.
Right? It's dope. I love how like obscure characters are just becoming more. They're not really like strange anymore. Like like Yoshi, Pikachu, DK.
Yeah.
You've seen Luigi. Like I feel like Melee is just it's the most diverse it's ever been by far. Yeah, character wise, like
it's because
not even close.
We were not hoping, but like we were expecting that things would just get more optimized, simpler, like more characters would become unviable. But like first we got to a place where the defensive tech got to all of the rest of the characters. You know, we applied the micro stuff to the rest of the characters, so now they can hang still.
Right. So hear me out. I like agree, but it's like different. I think things did get more optimized, but with the other characters also learned that, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
It balanced things out instead of made things like we thought the gap would be wider, but it actually made things closer because now you think about it. You might know a matchup, but you used to have to worry about Foxmar, Falco, Sheik, Puff, right? But now you got to worry about instead of the same 5-6 characters, you got to worry about 10 to 14 characters.
Find DK warm up,
right?
Find Doc warm
that
up.
Ganon warm up, like what that didn't exist, like that, and in turn, when you prepping for those characters, then when you go back to the Foxes and the Falcos, it's like, oh man, this is hard too still. So you're overall a better player, I feel like, but
you have more challenges.
More variance. Yeah, way more variance. Ultimate, they have to deal with that a lot. I feel like we're like that in that way, more so than we used to be.
Yeah. Oh, that is true. Yeah, like with especially with like top players thinking about. Also, by the way, so Daniel. I that's what I thought. Okay, Daniel was the Yoshi.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought it was
damn Daniel.
So Daniel with the white Vans over here is the Virginia Tech box Yoshi prodigy. I don't know if you've heard about this kid.
No, I'm not.
Daniel just beat Franz at the last SmashCon. And he's been playing for 2.5 years. Motherfucker is a slippy kid from Virginia Tech where Jane went.
I'm telling you, the slippy kids
they're taking over.
They are.
Cause like
they are.
They've got access to everything we have access to now that we were slowly, munching on, learning about over time. They all just have it they binge it now.
Yeah, it's crazy too because I remember for a long time. You might be from this era, but like the new era was like the Doc kids,
Yeah.
And now y'all are like OGs
now. I'm old.
So those Slippy kids, man. I'm wondering who's gonna follow after because they're different. I feel like they're by far the most refined than compared to all the other generations of Melee.
Yeah. You know, like kid might like. We're always stupid, right? Coming into the game, the stereotype is like we're just stupid still. That's fine. But the Slippy kids are like, they're stupid, but they're so good. It's fucked up.
I feel like Slippy. Okay, Doc kids were more infatuated with like the totality of the game, the story as a whole, and I feel like Slippy kids are just about like, yo, does this hit here? Does this work here? Like, and they're just like, yo, let me optimize as much as I can.
That is so funny. Like, I think you're absolutely right. I feel that in the culture at the times, and it would make sense that kids who got into it from a documentary are all about like the narratives and the stories, and kids who got into it because of the new technology access are into the fucking optimizing and like doing new stuff. You know what I mean?
A lot of them you can get, dude. I think now. I used to think this was impossible, but now I think it's so completely possible. I think you could be top 100, hell, top 50 without ever going to a tournament. Like you could never have gone to a tournament and maybe higher, maybe like top